Everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides of the universal energies. Righto, using the runic tarot again because it's a bit of a dark reading, this one, entertainment only. It's just the energies of this reading. I'm drawn to particular decks for readings. My guides basically tell me what deck to use because of the imagery often on the cards. Now, what I'm going to have a look at is, so what's happened is Ron DeSantis authorised the release of the Epstein files that were sealed. Read on this, I think, last week. I really got that it was about Mrs. DeSantis basically absolutely cheesed off because Trump foiled her attempt to become the first lady of the United States, and there is no fury like the fury of a woman scorned. So yeah, she's got the knives out for Trump. So I'm getting the feeling she's very much behind the release of these files. So there hasn't been a lot of the news lately. If you look at the files themselves that were released, they are incredibly damning. Now, I believe Trump is now been identified, so this is me flicking my pages, Doe174. Really, really damning of Trump and numerous others who haven't yet been revealed. So this is very much about the certain words I'm not going to use in the video because otherwise I'll find myself falling foul of the censors and the video will be removed and I'll find myself demonetized and all that sort of fun stuff. So if I'm using mild language, I do apologize, but you know what I'm talking about. The tying up and what's this word? Unconsensual abuse. Let me put it that way. So this is very much very, very damning. So I want to have a look. This isn't, there has been documentation of non-disclosure agreements being signed, money being paid, and I'm really feeling a draw to Katie Johnson in regards to this. So is Katie Johnson going to step forward? I keep seeing that in regards to when we had the Michonne case, so there was a third woman there and there may have also been a baby. Now, the report is, now I'm not saying Katie Johnson had a baby, I'm thinking there's somebody else still behind the scenes. Okay, thank you, I'm getting the maid. So I don't quite know. The doorman said, anyhow, I'm going to leave that there because I do feel that that will come forward as well, but not just yet. This woman's actually quite fearful, the one that had the baby. But, okay, so according to what was released, she's not so young lady at the moment, but I believe she was 12 or 13 at the time, was tied up and unconsensually abused. She pleaded with Trump, according to the documents, pleaded with Trump to use protection, which he refused. And Stormy Daniels can tell you that he refuses to. And that she had, after the event, been terrified of being pregnant or being impregnated. So apparently Doe174 threw cash at her and said, well, go and get an abortion. So this is what is in the documentation, I believe, that was released. Oh, yicky, 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 yicky. Just awful, awful, awful energy. So justice and from the past. So I want to ask first up, is Katie Johnson going to bring forward, refile, whatever it is? She's not after money. She's after justice, after accountability, after him being publicly. Now, if you're a Trumper, feel free to investigate this yourself. Look it up. Look it up, educate yourself. Don't believe what you have simply been told, because it's, by simply being told, they could tell you anything. So don't believe it. Actually investigate it. And before you make any nasty comments, just toddle along, because you'll just simply be hidden, and you'll be shouting into the ether. Okay, so will Katie Johnson, refile? Oh, you wanted those round the other way. Refile or bring this information forward. Now, I had this absolutely fly out at me. Volatile information being brought forward quite soon. There is holding back of the reins here to try and keep it contained. But oh boy, is it ever volatile about the King of Pentacles. Ugh, yick, 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 yick. Thinking his money will protect him, thinking because he was supposedly wealthy that he could do whatever he wanted. She's considering it at the moment. So this is the energy she's in at the moment. She's having a good think about it for her own safety, for the safety of her family, because I gather her family were threatened. Okay, thank you. I'm getting she's consulting. There was a lawyer who, a female lawyer who she was consulting in regards to this previously. Really powerful female. I think she's having discussions at the moment. She hasn't made a decision. I wonder if I'm getting a pull to E. Jean as well. So she's at the moment having discussions about it, because the information that she has is explosive about Trump. So she is looking at her options. She's in discussions. She's not made a decision as of yet. In the past, justice. She cried for justice in the past, and the death threats against her and her family were horrific. So therefore there was an NDA signed. I believe she was underage, and money was exchanged hands, but she's still desperate for actual justice. And I'm not talking about financial compensation here. I'm talking about justice in the eyes of the people, in the eyes of God, in the eyes of the universe. In the past, she still wants this justice. Okay. Crowning this reading, bringing forth something significantly new. The wheel of fortune here is turning. I wonder if there was a pregnancy, actually. Wonder if there was a pregnancy with the baby there. Gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. I'm being drawn to DNA of a potential DNA of a fetus, actually. Bit like, and what sprung to mind was, you remember when Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise broke up? This is going back a long time. If you're under 30, you won't have a clue what I'm talking about. Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise broke up, and during the throes of that, Nicole Kidman suffered a miscarriage, and she had the DNA of the fetus taken to prove that Tom was the father of the miscarried baby, in the event of he tried to use that against her in their divorce proceedings. It's got those vibes, is what I'm saying. Oh, it was it a fetus, or was it, guys? If you hear my voice, let me know. Was it a fetus, or was it a DNA taken from, I'm going to say, a RAPE kit where they swab? Was it? They're not being clear on that. Okay. I'm just getting DNA. Oh. Yeah, I think she's going to come forward again. She's feeling empowered. This is the immediate future. She is feeling empowered now to be defiant about this truth, to bring this truth forward from when she was young. It's going to be viewed differently now. We live in a different time now. Externally, it's going to be viewed differently internally. Ten of Swords, it's to bring this to a completion, to lay to rest all those swords of truth in what has been a really, I was going to say barren, but that's not the right word. A life that has been decimated for her, a dark winter of the soul for her internally. She wants to bring it to an end, a completion, the truth of it. Hopes and fears, the lies, the deceit, the betrayal, the abuse, the win at any cost, the just awful, awful, awful energy. What she has had stolen from her through the abuse and the lies. The outcome. Seven of Pentacles. This figure here with the notches on his belt, or the marks on the bedpost, whatever you like to call his trophies, looking over his shoulder. The outcome is Trump is going to be looking over his shoulder in regards to this, in regards to his conquests. That's his word, not mine. It, the emotionally mature female, has something more to bring. The entrapped by the messaging, this is going to find itself. She's felt trapped by this. She's felt trapped by this for ever since. But she's now prepared to set it free. So I'm going to say yes, Katie Johnson, and she's going to expose the devil and all the destruction that the devil has wrought. I am going to say all power to Katie Johnson. I'm really getting that she's going to bring it. She's in the decision process at the moment. There is planning underfoot about the messaging, the legal messaging that needs to come forward, but it's going to be brutal, fast, truthful. We've got DOJ energy here is going to bring about a tower moment. Heartbreak, loss, despair, could be a vascular event. Now I'm getting in regards to the betrayal, the deceit, the heartbreak, the loss. I'm feeling this may be her support council here. That there's actually, I'm really getting that there is actually a really good man who is supporting her. Is she married? I don't know. I don't even know if we know who Katie Johnson is. That there is a really emotionally mature, powerful, stable support, emotional support for her. And she's literally going to flame this because of what she's had stolen from her, the deceit, the betrayal, the heartbreak, the loss, the despair, the grief. She's going to set it on fire and bring about a downfall. It's a decision she needs to make, but it will enable her to start anew, and this truth will set her free. She's been living with this for so long in the darkness. I keep going. She's been living with this so long in the darkness that this bringing it to an end is going to be incredibly important for her to be able to move forward. Yeah, I'm going to say yes, that she is going to come out in regards to this. Goodness me, I hope it happens before he has his health event. Now let's have a look. I mean, it's culminating now. It's almost like vultures are circling on Trump at the moment. Okay, big question I want to ask is there indisputable video or record or voice recording evidence? Is there some indisputable recorded evidence? I can't remember who brought this up. I think it might have been Dave from Tarot by the Bay. Might have brought this up when he was doing a twin tarot reading. Is there some you want that card, and you want that one, and that one. Indisputable recorded evidence. Well, this came out, anxiety, literally one stabbing through the back, the truth, the legalities. What have we got? In regards to the relationship, contracts, agreements, it's a yes card. It is, I'm going to say yes, and it is going to be stabbed through the back. It's going to be brought forward, and it is going to be inflammatory. And then we have part of the healing process. The Ten of Wands, an end of the information cycle that's going to set the seeds for the new cycle going forward. Five of Pentacles. It's really destructive. There, I'm going to say yes, and it is powerful. And somebody has it. Somebody has this recording. I'm feeling I'm hearing it's a phone call, a bragging phone call. It's not of the actual assault. To me, I'm getting that it's a bragging phone call. New beginnings, new start for this Emperor energy. And then we have something significantly new being brought forward about perhaps DNA or a baby or something. The wheel is turning, and the decision is being made in regards to this, and it is going to be volatile. So we've got the King of Wands, the inspirational male bringing forward a new message, and then we've got this King of Cups, this emotionally mature, this Moon card, secrets being brought to the surface and fully exposed about the Emperor, and it is going to be wow. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm going to say there is out there. It does not feel like it's during the actual abusive episode itself. It feels like it's a phone call or a bug of some sort. Now, I'm getting a phone call. Now, as long as, I believe in certain states, as long as one party is aware that the call is being recorded, then it's not illegal. So I'm getting that there is a phone call that was recorded, bragging about the conquest. And I hate that word conquest, but that's Trump's word. That is going to be absolutely explosive. So can't come soon enough. Love to you all. Take care. I'll just go and get rid of this energy now. Love to you.